Hey folks, it's me again. I want to talk to you about reality today. I want to talk to you about the trueness, the part that is real. Um, it's so funny when you think about it because a lot of times around other people, I always hear "get real," or it just got real, or it's time to get real. But they don't really look at the depth of what they're saying. Like get real. Yes, yes, it is time to get real, and I believe God is telling us all now, get real. But do you know what that means? That's not just something to say for fun. It's not just something to say because everybody else is saying it. God is telling you to get real because it's time for you to get your life straight. It is time for us to lay down the sinful ways that we have harbored on for too long. We have wandered in the wilderness for way too long now. It is time for us to get our lives straight. God is calling us. So many people tell me that well, I don't feel like trying to do that. Living for Christ is boring. I'll give my life to Him. I'll start going to church when I get older or something. But what if you don't get older? What if you don't live to see tomorrow? Then you never got your life straight with Christ, right? How does that work? That is that okay with you? I mean, I don't know. So this is how it works. The scripture says, "For today is the day of salvation, not tomorrow, not in a week when you feel like it, not in 30 years when you got all your partying out, but today is the day of salvation." It is time for us to get saved, and it is time for us to act like it. It's time for us to get real. It's time for believers to get real. It's time for the church to get real. It is time for the world to get real. We are looking into the harsh realities of the enemy and what he's trying to do in our lives. And I will not allow him to prosper any longer. For no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I will cast the enemy out in every situation that he tries to attack. For God has declared greater on my life, and I am walking into it. It is time for us to step into our realities. It is time for us to get our lives straight. I don't care if you're 60 years old. It's time for you to get your life straight. It's never too late. I don't care if you 14, 15, 16. I don't care if you 8, 9, 10. It doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. What matters is right now is your time for salvation. Just like the scripture said, for today is the day of salvation. Not tomorrow, not when you get home and you done thought about things, but now that you know who Christ is, now that I have shared what He has for you and what He wants for you, because He wants everything for you. He wants to bless you abundantly. He wants to give you your will in life. But now that I'm sharing this with you, what will you do with your life? Or is it going to be church or is it going to be the party? Um, is it going to be the money or is it going to be God? Is it going to be the women or, are you going to give yourself to God? These are the questions that I am now asking people because it's so serious. Um, they talk about they going to give their life to God later on. What if later on never comes? I mean, I don't know. It would be better for you to be prepared now. What if the end comes tomorrow? What if it comes in a week or so? You won't be prepared. You didn't feel like giving your life to Christ. You didn't feel like going to church and getting saved. So God is calling out your name. This is why you don't feel the same. This is why when you come across church or anything someone says about Christ, you are now feeling different. Your mindset is different because God is revealing things to you and He is trying to get you into His presence. He is trying to pull you into His presence. But the thing about God is, the most important thing that people miss all the time, one of the most important things, is that God is a gentleman and He's not going to force Himself on you. So He's not gonna grab you by your arm or snatch your ear and pull you into His presence and make you seek Him and make you do His will. God is going to allow you to do whatever you want to do, but He will call your name all the while. All this while, all the time, God has been shouting after you. God has been calling your name very loudly, but you tend to walk away. I encourage you to listen to God this time. I encourage you to walk into His presence and not away from it. Just step into what he has for you, and you continue to believe in him, and do what his word says, and you will be blessed and prosperous. All right.